Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is Johnny 2B here again. I am here re-uploading The Lion King meets the Twilight Zone, Chapter 2, Insane or Not Too Insane, for personal reasons. Again, I do not own the Twilight Zone. The Twilight Zone belongs to Rod Serling, who wrote some of the abridged stuff that I have on my fan fiction and wrote and created the music of the Twilight Zone. The Disney characters are owned by Disney Animation Studios. The art belongs to Hopeless Romance, and the music belongs to Duke Ellington Stumpy Jones. Otherwise, you'll just hear various sound effects here and there. Here we go again, Chapter 2, Insane or Not Too Insane. Mr. and Mrs. Tojo Kutslashers, newlyweds and had a new life for each other, as Tojo is going to be the newest and youngest executive officer at the Pride National Bank. And they were on their honeymoon as their car breaks down and steps into the Twilight Zone.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound. A dimension of sight. A dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
Tojo and Kula were being towed in the garage. I was going to fix their car right up. The two were deeply in love as they were staring directly into the eyes and ignoring the lion mechanic that was talking to them. As I was saying, you're lucky it was the transmission problem. Don't worry, I'll have your motor up in a few hours. You'll be on your way, the wildcat, the mechanic, was saying. Oh, yes, thank you very much for the tow, Tojo said, as he was detoured from the eyes of, it was locked onto the eyes of his wife, his love, his bliss, his wife Kula. Ha, come on, Tojo, let's explore the town, Kula said with a grin. You're right, dear, as they were excited and they exited the garage and walked in town, ignoring everything in their sight. They couldn't keep their eyes off each other. Hey, a diner, hon. You hungry? Kula asked. Yeah, I'm starved, dear. Tojo says they walk holding hands, almost hitting a lamppost, but they ignored the lamppost and went into the diner. They got inside, walked to a table with a little device looking at like a scar-driven Rafiki. They sat next to each other, knowingly in love, as Tojo saw the fortune teller. Hey, what's this? A mystic seer. Insert a coin here, Tojo points to the toy. Yes or no answers only, Kula points out. Let's see. Will he, she love me? I know the answer to that one. Tojo kisses Kula on the cheek. Mwah! As they quickly were embraced with their arms. Will I be rich? I think I know the answer to that one, too. Ask it, honey. All right. Tojo puts a coin in the machine. Will I be the youngest executive banker? Tojo pulls the lever. It is decidedly so, the paper says as it came out of the machine. Hey, got something positive, Kula said. Hold that thought, dear, as Tojo Gop walks over to the payphone and inserts a coin into the machine and dials 0. Hello, operator? Yes, connecting me to Mr. Lyon's office to the Pride National Bank. Main branch in the Pride Central. Thank you. Hello, Tama? What's the word? Yes? He will? Yes! Tojo Arjun's eyes widen up as in excitement. Yes, thank you so much, Tama. Bye-bye. Click. Tojo said excitedly. He hangs up, then turns to his wife of joy. I got the job, Tojo screams. You did? How wonderful, baby! Kula gets up and to hug her husband and have a kiss on the lips. As a long embrace ended, Tojo put another coin in the jukebox and played some soft music. Young spank executive of the Pride National Bank, Tojo exclaims, and gestured his wife to dance. Let's celebrate, Kula joyfully said, as the two lions began to dance. As the dancing ended, they finished their lunch and it was now 1 p.m. Wow, an executive, Tojo said. You earned it, honey. Well, this thing helped me. Let's see what else it knows. No, dear, don't. Can I? No, it has to be a yes or no question. Tojo put another coin in the machine. Will I be happy in the future? Maybe possible. We'll live in the city, Tojo goes again. Honey, it doesn't know any better. He pulls the thing. No, it said. Will we live in the suburbs, Tojo goes again. No. Honey, that's enough. I think you've asked it enough, Kula pleaded. No, it got me the job. Tojo puts another coin into the toy. We have a great date today. It's not in your favor. What do you mean it's not in our favor? No. Come on, honey, let's explore the town. Wait. Will we be safe today? Danger is foreseen. Honey, let's look around the town, Kula pleaded and took him away from the machine. As they were walking into town, they were crossing a street when all of a sudden, they were about to be hit by a car. And the car almost hit them. Whoa, you okay? Kula asked. We must ask more questions, Tojo said in a scared tone. Honey, but wait. Tojo ran back to the diner and went back to the toy and put more coins into the machine. We'll leave at 2:15, Tojo asked panically. Try again. We'll leave at 2:30. It is uncertain. We'll leave it all. Are you sure you want to know? Why, is something bad going to happen? What will happen in the next half hour to prevent us from leaving? You will know. Tojo kept on plugging in coins and asking questions about the future, as everything kept looking true for the two of them. Then Kula had enough of it. It was approaching 3 p.m. Can we leave it all? Come on, dear, enough is enough. You can't have the machine predict the future. The future is whatever you make it, whatever you want to make it. To make it a good one, as she spoke, some sense into her husband. You're right, honey. It's just a stupid toy. The two hugged and kissed, and as they left the diner, a happier, older couple version, about 20 years older, came into the diner that looked almost exactly like them, walked in the diner and walked to the toy. As they were entering, as the Kutslashers were leaving. Can we ask some more questions now? The male lion asked. A year later, the Kutslashers, Tojo and Kula were doing fine, and everything was well. Then one day, Tojo got himself committed into a mental tree hospital and a cave on the way in the Mountain Pride City. Apparently, he didn't need treatment and was quickly released. His wife Kula came to get him back from Mountain Pride City and to pick him up to take him back to the Pride Lands. Well, dear, it looks like I'm fine after all, Tojo said. Yes, dear, we'll have to take an airplane because this weather isn't clear for a train travel. I hope that's okay, Kula asked. Yes, it is, dear. Now come on, it's the past. I'm over that mystic seer ago. Though it says some trouble will arise the next winter. Don't say that, honey. You don't know what you'll wind up like. You have another time in the hospital, don't you? Kula scolded at Tojo. I see your point. The two lions made a brief peck on the cheek and boarded the DC-4 airplane. Unfortunately, there were no other planes available at the time. This would have to do. Midway towards the flight, the storm was getting worse as the plane had to fly lower ground in the weather. It was now late, and the passengers were getting ready to relax, and some were sleeping. Tojo, on the hand, was not sleepy at all. Tojo had decided to look out the window and saw a hyena-like creature jumping on the wing, but scarier. He frantically woke up his wife Kula. Honey, he repeated, pulling her tail. What is it, dear? Dear, I saw something. Something on the wing. Something! Tojo frantically spoke. Kula looked at the window. She pulled the curtain and saw nothing. Oh, honey, there's nothing there, she said. Go back to sleep. I swear, something was there. It's probably your imagination. As Kula went back to sleep. Tojo then went to play with his seat but couldn't go back to sleep. He then looked out the window again and saw the hyena creature jump back in on the wings of the airplane. And this time another jump on the wing and started tearing apart the wing panels. Tojo looked out in pure shock at what he was seeing. He panicked and woke up his wife. This time he called a brown bear stewardess. They did not see anything. "I swear, I'm not mad!" Tojo was in a panic as his face was growing as a stir, and they were looking at him very confused. "Sir, there's nothing there on the wings. This aircraft now. Take this pill and have some water," female bear said. Tojo pretended to swallow the water as he slipped the pill under his tongue and got knocked out. Then he went to the stewardess and left for his wife, who went back to sleep, and spit out the pill and pulled back the curtains as you see the creature again dancing on the wing, trying to tear up the paneling of the engines. Then they got a hold of the engine paneling and were breaking apart the engine. Tojo screamed and panicked. He ran towards the cockpit of the plane. A tall gray sloth bear came out of the cabin and asked for what the problem was. "Captain, there's something on the wings. Some things. What do you call it?" "Gremlins." "Sir, I'm chief pilot of this plane and I have been flying for 20 years. I assure you nothing is wrong. We had a lightning storm. Everything was under control. Now calm down," the gray sloth bear barked back. "Yes, you're right. Well, you come with me," Tojo said. As they got to their seats, Tojo and his wife and the three of them saw nothing. "I'm sorry, sir, but you must be." "I'm not mad. I didn't dream this up. They were right." Tojo interrupted and swallowed as he saw the pilot stare at him funny, and he caught himself rambling. "No, you're right. Please become. We're almost there," the pilot said as he left. Then Tojo saw the gremlins again. This time they were going at the engines. No, I'm not mad. I'm not mad." Tojo saw a gun off FAA officer who was sleeping. Tojo grabbed the gun from the sleeping orangutan and shot the window and caused the air pressure to explode. The airplane made an emergency landing, Tojo hanging out outside of the gun. As the plane landed, Tojo was put into a straitjacket and carried off to a local loony hospital cave. No, I'm not. They are real. Maybe you're all mad," he screamed as he was put into an ambulance. He turned towards the wing of the airplane. As the people deplaned, his wife looked at the airplane and noticed the engines were torn apart from the unknown source. Her husband was right. Mr. Tojo Kutslasher, young lion that took 2 trips in the Twilight Zone. Insane or not? Well, that is it. Thank you for reading my stories. I hope you may and enjoying my fanfics on YouTube. And I'm sorry that this was only a 2-part that was combined into one. Again, the music belongs to Duke Ellington and Rod Serling, who wrote the Twilight Zone and created the Twilight Zone. And art belongs to Hopeless Romance. Thank you and have a good night.